Hey, you guys, welcome back. It's time to talk about one of my favorite subjects, golf. But we're going to talk about a whole lot more with that with Park City High School student and leading player not only on the hockey team but the golf team as well. This is Jack Hanskat. Good morning. How are you? Good to see you, man. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as
Thanks
well.
for coming in.
Yeah, of course.
How you hitting it?
Pretty well, actually. I played yesterday morning, actually, with my dad and my brother. Had a pretty good time, but yeah, hitting it pretty well.
Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself for folks who may not be familiar with you and your career in sports here in Park City.
So I'm a senior this year at Park City High School, and last year I was the captain of the high school golf team. And then after that season was over, well, so actually during state this past year, we were able to win the 10th state championship in a row, which was super stressful for me being the captain of the team. Didn't want to screw that up for the last year.
That's crazy because at that level, after that many championships, you go, we can't lose. Huh?
Yeah, we can't beat the class to lose at 9.
Right.
That just can't happen.
That's crazy.
And then afterwards on the hockey team, we made it to the state semifinals, I believe. And we played really well, but we had a pretty young team. But it was a ton of fun. It was a great group of guys, and yeah, it was definitely a great season.
It's interesting that golf in scholastics, is considered a team sport. Obviously, when you go to the pros, you're playing for yourself and
Definitely.
Ryder Cup. But talk about the interesting commonalities and differences of being on a golf team and a hockey team. In the end, you got to hole your own putts.
Definitely.
But hockey is kind of an ultimate team sport in the way that you depend on your teammates.
For sure. And golf was a lot more of a team sport than I thought it would be, especially growing up playing junior golf and everything. It was very just individual. I would meet a lot of new kids, but not really keep in touch with them or work with them or anything. And then during the high school season, these guys that you're playing with are your new brothers, they're your new family.
That's right.
And yeah, you always are trying to pick up guys if they're down after a bad round,
right.
or trying to help your team however you can. And it was a lot more team oriented than I thought it'd be. And compared to hockey, it's actually pretty similar, surprisingly. Of course, in hockey, you're relying a lot more on your teammates, actually out there on the course. But it's the same kind of mentality and the same kind of vibe out there, on the ice rink compared to the golf course.
So you're graduating. Mm-hmm. Congratulations on that. Tell us about your plans coming up for the summer and for beyond. So
this summer, I'm going to go on a service trip to Indonesia. And while we're there, we're going to help set up artificial reef because the way their fishing has been in Indonesia, they've torn up a lot of the reef, and it's been messing with their ecosystem and been messing with their food supply and everything. So we're going to go there and help put in some artificial reef to help restart their ecosystem. And then after that, we're going to be working on water purification. And then the end, we get to do a little surf trip, which will be awesome. That'll be sweet. And then after that, I'll be caddying a lot more over at the Park Meadows Golf Course.
And you're an Evans Scholarship recipient. Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. A great program.
Thank you, yeah. And I'm beyond stoked. I'm super excited, and especially going to the University of Washington. And I'm really excited for that whole big town vibe. I've only been in Park City my whole life, and I'm really excited to have that new experience. And just that college is incredible.
And are you going to be playing golf at the University of Washington?
I'm sure I'll be playing a lot of golf, but not for the team.
I see.
But I'm still really excited, and I'll have a really long summer of work. I think we move in September 26th or 22nd. So I'll have a really long summer, but yeah, I'm really excited. That's pretty much all my plans.
Sounds fantastic. It sounds like a little bit of a change, of course. Over the years, kids like yourself a lot of times in earlier eras would be so focused on the fact that you're a great athlete and sports. Talk a little bit about making the decision, obviously as a team captain for a state championship team. You could go play college golf, and I'm sure a lot of different places. Talk about the decision about Washington, and I think it says a lot about you that you're going to do this service trip and to help others over the course of the summer when a lot of guys would be playing a ton of golf. Talk about those decisions for you.
Well, for me, golf has always been like a huge part of my life, of course, and same with hockey. But when I started thinking about if I would want to play golf in college or anything like that, I started asking a bunch of kids that were playing golf in college and like how it was, like how their experience with it was. And a lot of the guys said it took up their entire life in school. And they would say like they picked kind of just like an easy major because it was too hard for them to actually do something challenging that they wanted to do during the golf, like during golf training and everything like that. So I just decided that I would rather focus on my scholastics and be able to get a job in something that I really wanted to get a job in. Because for me, I felt like I probably wasn't going to be able to make it on tour as much as I wish I could. But yeah, for me, once I kind of like hit that little plateau almost this last year, it definitely set in that I should just focus on school. And I could have tried to play college golf for sure, but it would have been more like going to play golf for fun for a couple of years and then probably afterwards having to focus on education.
Sure. Fantastic. Well, it's a heck of a story, man, and I have to say that I find myself very impressed and I love your maturity, the fact that you've made this decision looking at your larger life. We all know kids who get so involved in sports and that becomes everything. Yeah. And of course, the other thing is you never know what happens if you make a jump even as you're still playing.
Definitely.
Could be great. Well, I understand you got to get out of here to go to your 7:30 class.
Unfortunately.
So what are you going to be enjoying at 7:30?
AP Literature.
All right. Well, very good. We certainly appreciate you coming by and wish you all the best, not only for the summer, but beyond. And we'll be following along. Are you a big social media guy?
Yeah.
Would you like to tell folks where you're at on the world of social media? I'm kind of thinking there may be some folks who would love to see your posts this summer from Indo, especially the surf shots.
Definitely. And my Instagram is Hanskat13, and I believe my Snapchat's the same thing. So.
Right on. Well, we'll look for you on the gram, and have a wonderful summer. Thanks for coming in, and all the best. Great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys, Jack Hanskat, how about that? He has made the decision to think about the rest of his life and focus on his studies at college. Another fantastic Park City High School senior. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with more after this.